You can look at some of the comments, some of the news articles that are going on in all over the place, and they are totally, they're, let me just say, the mainstream news is anti-Trump, at least 80 to 90% of it. And they do have sway over certain people in the population who agree with them because they consume the mainstream news. We ain't seen nothing yet. We haven't. The anger that's being displayed, the lashing out that's happening because Trump is now president and all of these changes are taking place. I'm just going to say it again. I truly believe that there has been a psyop. I haven't used the word psyop yet, but I am now. A psyop operation by the deep state to lay a trap for so many Americans and lead them down this road that's not too good at all. And they went down that road and all looked good, all looked well. And then boom comes the Trump administration. And now all is not well because they were part of a psyop by the deep state to wreak havoc in the United States. This truly has been carefully orchestrated. And I think they did some really good planning because you can look around and you can see the hatred. You can look around, see the hatred that's coming out of people's mouths. Oh, they're lashing out. White supremacists, racists. If you speak against anything that the last administration stood for, if you say anything about the LGBTQT, whatever, or the DEI, all of it that was allowed to run rampant. Oh no, now you are labeled white supremacists. You are labeled the racist. Well, you always been the racist according to the energy that made its way into a lot of people, really. It's like the privileged and the underprivileged, but they don't realize they were caught in a psyop operation. Hey, Ronnie, honey. That's what I feel, a psyop operation. Fell right for it. You fell for the bait. And I've been seeing some videos. Rosie, honey, what you doing? Come on. I've seen some videos of some of these people getting taken back to Colombia. A lot of them now regret leaving their country because when they arrived back into their country, they were very thankful to be back. And they're telling anybody else, if you're thinking about going to America, don't, because they're at the borders. They're saying how they get detained for like 8 days and they don't hardly feed them anything. They wake them up at 3 a.m., let them go back to sleep, and then they wake them back up. It's some tactics that you use when you are in war to break down the morale and stuff and send a message. But they release them back to their country. No, it's not safe to come to America. If you're watching from other countries, how you were encouraged, come to America. They set you up. The deep state set you up. If you're watching this video, it's a psyop is what it was. Just because they knew how it was going to be playing out. And that would be the backlash against President Trump's administration. They knew what was coming. They did. Do you think the deep state who lured you into this trap, if you're watching this video, and you don't like what's going on, do you think the deep state cares about what you like and what you don't like? It does not care. All it cares about is itself. Come on, Rosie, honey, you're a baby. It cares about itself, and they used you as pawns. Pawns to create social unrest, society unrest, massive unrest, and division all around. It was a psyop. It was carefully orchestrated. It was carefully planned because they knew. It's just like when you get somebody used to having something and you take that something away, you take away that freedom that you gave them, you take it away all of a sudden cold turkey. It's like somebody trying to quit smoking. You try to quit cold turkey or drinking or drugs. Oh no, you're going to get very, very angry. Very angry. And you're going to be on some kind of wild behaviors. You could even get very violent. That's what they did. PSYOP with the people. Gave you everything you wanted, and you fell for it. You were pawns. You were pawns on a chessboard is what you were. And now it's being brought out into the open. Now, all these people who got over here, they're getting sent back, a majority of them. And all of the new laws and things they made, and you can't do this, you got to have pronouns and all of this kind of stuff. All of this stuff is like, there's only male and female. It's a big backlash, this PSYOP. Yeah, good morning. So we ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen the outrage yet. You just wait. It's coming. It's going to be a major, major outrage, panic, pandemonium, whatever this is, whatever that means, that just popped into my mind. You're going to see people lashing out as we go into the weekend. Hey, Rosie, you look like a little baby. You want me to open that for you, honey? What you want to do? You want to rest? No, I'm not going to let you outside. Rosie, she is running around all over the place. You better buckle up, Ronnie. That's right. Better have 2 seatbelts on. It's only going to get worse. It is. This is going to further inflame people, even people who didn't even fall in the trap, but they're going to be looking, they're bystanders, they're going to be watching, and they're going to get upset. And they're going to think, I didn't know this is going on. Why are they coming after these people? Why all this crackdown? Because they were just bystanders, and now they see all of this instability happening, and they're kind of clueless. And then they get mad against the current administration. Because Al-Asad al-Aman, it's gonna grow. It's gonna boil over like a big volcano. When that volcano goes off, it's gonna spew the lava all over the place. It's gonna spill the ash clouds all over the place. It is. That plastic, whatever stuff that can, if you breathe it, it'll shred your lungs. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's going to increase, Barbara. You are absolutely right. It is, and you can't give in to it. It's good to stay aware of what's going on. It's kind of good to kind of like skim the headlines and see what they are putting out there for people to consume, because it's food. It's food for people. Because they know they can play on people's emotions. It was a PSYOP. Play on the emotions. Let's turn up the heat. That's what they've done. Yeah. I don't even know what FAFO means. Never heard of that in my life. I'm sure someone in here has. Yeah. We should be unafraid. That's right. There's one watching over us all. Yeah. Hello. Good morning. We ain't seen nothing yet. We don't. We haven't seen it. I saw in this area, there's a headline, some airport in California, every single air trafficker resigned because the contract was given to a smaller firm, and because they didn't pay enough, they all resigned from their jobs. And they said that's going to impact the traffic. Yeah. Oh, F around and find out. Thank you, Corky. I guess that's what it means. Didn't know that. Hey, Eliza from South Africa. Nice to see you. Yeah, that's great. Well, a lot of people are going to be finding out. Let me just say this again. That was a massive, all these past years, a massive psychological operation, a PSYOPs, giving freedoms, and you can do this, you can do that, you can have this, you can have that. Come on over, we'll give you this and we'll give you that. They laid the trap. They truly laid the trap. If you look at the big picture in the spiritual realm, and they caught so many people in the trap from all walks of life in many different areas of life that impacted practically everybody's extensions within their lives. It did, impacted them. They went right into the net. It looked very inviting. Whatever was in there that appealed to them, they took it. And now it's like the net is being closed back up. and the current administration is getting the blame for it. Yeah. And then as a result, those who voted for the current administration, you getting the blame for it too. It's a deep state tactic. Yeah. No, I was going to name it that way. 7 days, I was going to say they ain't seen nothing yet. I was going to say, you ain't seen nothing yet. We haven't seen it. It's going to heat up. I would encourage you to get yourself prepared. I would. If you got any last minute physical things that you need to have on hand, like everyday living things, if you can afford it, I would pick some up. I would. I get myself prepared spiritually on the inside first. I would. And don't be frivolous with your money. You might need that money. You're probably going to need it. Yeah. We're in the 6th year of this tribulation, Chief Kashif. Well, you can use the phrase, I've never seen nothing like it. The President Trump says, I've never seen anything like it. There's a lot of people living today that would never expected to see going on in their life and in the world what's going on now. It's unbelievable what has happened. It's like you see in all these flights and flights of people being flown back to their countries, or they're getting sent to Guantanamo Bay. And you think, what happened? How did they even get over here? And truly, it's like those apartment buildings. Who's going in those apartment buildings? Where are all the people that are going to go in them? They're popping up all over the place. And who is the big entity that is funding these buildings that are popping up all over the place? Because I know they have a main entity that probably subcontracts it out to other contractors, who then subcontract it out to other contractors. There can be many contractors involved in one business plan, in one business award. That snake in the grass sorcerer. I gotta get out on the porch. You're giving me a hot flash. He's a sorcerer. He's a high, I gotta roll up my pant leg. He's a high sorcerer. He could be dead. We don't know for sure. Oh my gosh, you all. This is, it looks really pretty out. Look at it. Look at the white on the hills. Look at that. The snow is receding. Let me see that. Rosie been running around outside like a wild woman. All these bushes are going to have to get trimmed before the spring gets here. Just a little cut back. Yeah, oh, it feels good on my feet. Oh my gosh, yes, get that cool air. I got that cool air. I do. We haven't seen anything yet because this is very negative energy, and this is the year of the snake. And if you read some of the headlines, China's DeepSeek looks as if it has an upper hand, and they're predicting, this AI expert is predicting that it will overtake the US's AI too. Yes, the anti-Semitic, don't forget that one. That's right. And Trump has he signed a law against it? Well, this is strange to see on here. I'm sure it probably came from the place like that. Yeah. He signed it against it. And it's going to make people even more upset. There are people that you wouldn't think would be so vocal and come out, but when you take things away from them, you're going to see the true colors of them. And some may say, well, Gina, honey, you've been awful vocal too. We didn't know you had that in you. If it's not in me, it's not going to come out of me. And yeah, I have my own convictions inside of me, what I'll stand for and what I won't. And they've always been inside there. what's really kind of troublesome here. I saw this morning. This is how it's really going to heat up too. I saw this thing that there is this school group in Arizona. They're Republican something. They are going to hold something on the 30 this weekend. They're going to hold something to where they're going to encourage other students to turn in their classmates who are illegal criminals. Well, they use the word criminals. The news people use the word criminals. But they're going to encourage people to turn them in, because I think there's around 20,000. They're classmates, and I thought now, I don't like the feeling of that. I don't, because it's kind of reminiscent of like Tell on Your Neighbors back in you know what time. But that's why this is a PSYOP operation that was laid out years and years ago, so we could be brought to this very moment in time and blame it on President Trump, because he has to come in and clean it up and put the people in this position to where they are going to get backlash. You're going to have backlash, death threats, everything. It's all going to be happening. That's the right. They tried to divide the communities. Now, there are deep ends. You can be a very deep far right, a very deep far left. It's best if you could be right in the middle, but yet live out your own convictions and stuff, and you know what you'll stand for and what you won't stand for. See, that it doesn't sound good at all. I did not like reading that. Of course, the news people who wrote it, you know they had to write it from their own angle, and I'm sure that's not all that they said it was. Yeah, what is happening is it's putting the fear into everybody. Now they know he's not playing around at all. Well, it's cold out here. Think of all the people they eliminated. Yes. They lost their loved ones just like that. And I can't say too much. I can't. And then the people who were trying to be whistleblowers and stuff, oh, they disappeared too. Just look at all the people that Clinton got rid of too, the Clinton dynasty. That's okay. It's all being brought out into the open. If you watched that short video last night about the guy who's going to take over the FBI, will you hunt down these people who sent agents into the churches to spy on them? Because this is very troubling that there was an order sent out by the FBI, and that guy said, yes, I will. I'll use the full extent of my powers. No, we don't, Blackjack Guitar. We don't. We don't have too much snow here. It's melting. We had quite a bit, but it's melting. It's going to get around 63, I think, on Sunday, on Monday. On Sunday, it's going to get in the 60s. So, yeah, we ain't seen nothing yet, and there's going to be further backlash. It was a PSYOP that was implemented years ago. And it wasn't only against those people. It was against people who did not stand for all that stuff. I saw where Mark Zuckerberg has to pay President Trump $25 million in the lawsuit for taking him off the Facebook, deleting his account. $25 million. Because why did Zuckerberg have to do it? Because the Biden administration controlled what these technology platforms could do inside the country, and they had to abide by the law. That's how it works. You have to abide, or you can't operate in the United States. So he had to delete it because of all the stuff that administration put in order. But now it's been reversed. Yeah, oh, thank you. It's going to look really pretty when it starts getting spring and stuff. These are all, everything here, the birds can eat the berries off the bushes and stuff. And it's one of these like aronia berries. We got goji berries that pop up all over the place. I don't know what the other berries are. We got quince fruit, um, table grapes. We got green grapes right here. They were really delicious. And we just got two main stalks down here. We got blueberries, and I'd like to have more blueberries. We try to be have stuff for when oh, my feet are cold. Yeah. Rosie, honey, you're a little girl. I got myself calmed down outside, got grounded. Look how pretty Rosie is. She's such a little baby. Got to fix her hair. You can do it, Rosie. Yeah. Canadian band, the Bachman Turner Overdrive. You ain't seen nothing yet. Wow. Um, Rosie, what you doing? You got to wash your ear. You go, yeah, you can do it. You take care of yourself. Aw, Corky. Yeah. It's bath time for baby Rosie. She got to clean her tails and stuff like that, her one tail. Yeah. On the community section of this YouTube channel, if you have a mobile app, you can post pictures and you can comment, and I don't have to make a post and then you comment under it. It's in the beta mode. It's in the early stages mode. It was offered to a few YouTube creators, certain YouTube creators, to see how well it would go, so you can get in contact with your community on here. Grounding mat for the winter. Wow, I've heard of somebody doing a grounding mat. Yeah, it is, Ronnie, honey. If you got a mobile phone, you go to the community section, and I asked people if you want to share pictures of your pets, just so we can see if it worked. And people were sharing pictures of their pets. It was late last night. I wore myself out. Yeah. Good evening. I come from China. No, you don't. So listen, you all, we haven't seen anything yet. We haven't. This is it's a psyop. Trump didn't do it, the deep state did it, and it literally deceived a whole lot of people. It's still deceiving a whole lot of people, and it's making them angry. It is. The anger is going to rise. It's like when you put like your little teapot on the stove with the water, and when the water heats up, it heats up and heats up, and then all of a sudden it starts whistling. Yeah, it's going to blow its top. It is. Yeah. You seen a video zoom on orbs that are around the poles? Yeah, there's a lot of them that are around. Rosie, honey, what are you doing now, honey? You still cleaning yourself? You cleaning your leg and stuff, your back? Okay, Rosie. See, Mommy, I don't want you to watch me taking a bath. Can I have some privacy? That's why I got the curtains closed, Rosie, so the other animals can't watch you. Yeah, I'm going to go. This is troubling. It really is. With that news article about the Arizona school and how the group is going to get together and urge classmates to turn in other classmates. Now, there are a lot of good people who have come into this country, and some of them illegally, who truly do have a positive impact in America, in the communities where they're at. But there are people who, and some people, their culture is so different. And like the one Haitian one where they cook the cats, and what they did to that community, like J.D. Vance said. And then you had the violent criminals, like President Trump said, the criminal games and stuff like that into this country. That's the sad part. Get them out. Get them out. And there are people who do have made a positive impact, but they're getting caught in the crosshairs too. But it's terrible what the Biden administration did when they kept encouraging and encouraging to come over. And you know, they had some big backers behind them, like the Sorcerer. Yeah, they did. Oh, I know as I was going with that train of thought. I hope we don't see this in the future, but we probably will. It will get to the point where they'll urge neighbors to turn in people. I don't like the feeling of that. I don't. And this could be the deep state. It wants to cause a severe backlash, and it's doing pretty good, but I think it's not satisfied with the backlash that it's getting. It wants to make it more felt. So you got to prepare yourself for that. It's going to get hard in the future, and you're going to feel it. And you're going to be unsettled inside your being, too. Yeah, good morning. Thank you for those hearts flying up the screen. Yeah, we need to stand by each other. We do, you all. You got to stay strong. And the magic system seems to still be at play. Yeah, they need to come to America legally. They do need to come legally. And it's sad when you see people who are on a waiting list for years and years and years. And then they look around and they see people just literally flooding in. That hurts their feelings. It's not right. It isn't right. And who's encouraging them to leave their countries? You have to ask yourself. See, they got caught in the net too. They got caught in the trap. Promised them this and that, and they got caught in the great big trap. Yeah, together we stand and divided we fall. It's awful. Yeah. I'm going to go. So, yeah, you can see the community section. If you want to share a picture of your pet, you have the ability on the mobile app. I think if your phone needs updated, you might have to update it, but you can try to share a picture. It'd be nice. Yeah. So I'm going to go. Thank you, Ronnie. Thank you all for your comments. I think we're entering an era of somberness. I feel that in the air. It's a quietness, but there's something behind it. Yeah. History repeating. Yeah. I'm gonna go. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your morning. And thank you for coming to this channel. Thank you for subscribing and joining. And check out that mobile community app on your cell phone. I don't know if you can do it on a tablet. I know it's not available to post pictures while you're on a desktop because I have a desktop and I can't do it. Yeah, love you.